Hello, hello. My name is Abraham, and I am here to talk about life, love, death, and hope, I guess you could say. Um, I just want to start by saying that this is by no means a channel that is meant to develop into something monetary or uh, very highly edited and maintained, mostly because it's just want an outlet to talk about things that I feel quite often, and I wish I had the space to talk about it. I write it down, I talk it with my loved ones, I also speak about things with my therapist, but ultimately there is just so many things that I want to talk about. And also, I guess this is kind of a way to kind of reach out into the world and say I am ready to speak more about any of these things with anyone who is interested in the topics. And quite honestly, with anyone who has a different idea or has a different perspective, so long as people are respectful of my energy, my time, and I'm willing to engage in conversations and debates with an open mind and an open heart to seek the most relevant truths that we can find together. Because I think that's what life is about. I feel like we don't engage in conversation enough. Especially, I feel like we don't engage in difficult conversations enough. There is so much to talk about, and there is so much to be discovered, and there's so much that we just don't know as humans. And I feel like there's a tendency to lean on thinking that you know it all, or like that you have shit figured out fully, and otherwise you're seen as dumb or naive or uh, yeah, incapable. All those things feel like there's some kind of cultural thrive and drive towards knowing it all or having it all figured out, even though that is very inhumane. Not that it's like morally wrong, but it is impossible for humans to just have it all figured out right off any time, really. Like, people will be born and die without having most of their shit figured out, and that's okay. um, and I think we just should be curious and look inside and don't get triggered. More like, not about not getting triggered, is more about when you do get triggered about something, rather than lashing out immediately out of rage or hopelessness. Oh, here's my doggy. Or despair. Simply looking in and taking breaths in, out, and taking your time to process the trigger, and asking yourself, why is this topic so triggering for me? And what can it teach me moving forward? There is so much. So I'm just gonna go dive right in to, I guess, the core of the apple, to say it somehow. God. Does God exist? Does God not exist? What is it with the mystical and the divine? Is it all just science and unraveling of cosmic forces, physical forces that just kind of bounce out of each other, and the atoms somehow rearrange themselves into molecules, and molecules into bigger structures, and we end up having a world and a consciousness, and space and planets and all that. This feels pretty wild. to just say that everything is random, and that's what I used to think for quite a while, 5 to 6 years, to be exact. I was an atheist, like full on atheist, and deep enough that I was even convincing friends to leave their religions, mostly Catholicism, like from where I am from. There was Catholicism completely at this the core of the society is Catholicism to this day, and most of my friends are still Catholic, and not me. But yeah, it happened so that I became an atheist after 14, 13 years of being a full-on Catholic. I decided to stop being a Catholic and just start being an atheist and fully trying to just figure shit out with science and with actual experiential life. You know, like, how do you call this? There's a specific name, but I forgot about it. Um, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to just try to figure out things without the need of a religion, and then that's when I started to tune more into um, physics and chemistry and other branches of science that helped me explain a little bit of the universe, although always with a wild gap in between. You know, like the Big Bang Theory is like where atheists take refuge on where it all came from. Doesn't really fulfill all the questions that people have about it. And even if it was to be the Big Bang, there's so many questions to talk about regarding that. However, consciousness, it's for me what made me change my mind from being a full-on atheist for so long, for 6 years or so, into actually going into being a non-religious God. I don't want to use the word believer, because it's at this point not a matter of believing in it. It's a matter of my own experience with that we call the divine, and it doesn't really fit under any religion for me. I've had plenty of experiences in which I've have gotten in touch deeper with that we call the divine. That at the end of the day, for me, it feels like it's impossible to describe with words. Let me just start with that. And also incredibly obvious at the same time. So it is both. It is incredibly obvious and impossible to fully describe with words, which is a weird combination, but also it's God that we're talking about. So it is incredibly mystical and ridiculous and overwhelmingly beautiful all at the same time. And yeah, that's pretty wild. Like, it's just the choice of words that I can take when we're talking about this. But yeah, but basically, I just want to start this channel in which I get to just do rants, monologues, and hopefully at one point debates or podcasts. I guess a dialogue, not a monologue, with other people. Maybe with my partner. I am married to my beautiful wife. She's also very into all this kind of things. So maybe in the future with her and with other friends that are really into quantum physics, and they're just very intelligent people overall. I try to surround myself with the most intelligent people that I can find in the places that I live, and also to aim for a deeper connection with every person that is in my life, rather than just having a small talk transactional relationship. I don't really have that with anyone except with like maybe the people from the store or something like that. And even then, I like to like even like always consider them as human beings and kind of like reflections of my humanity, so that I can build on sympathy. And that's kind of like where my life has led me to behave towards my fellow humans. And yeah, so this is gonna be not edited. There's gonna be a video that is not well produced. I do not have the time to focus on that because I have a full-time job, which I'm so grateful for, because I really genuinely enjoy my job, and I know that not many people are able to say that. Um, I'm really looking forward every day that I'm gonna go to work, because I also work remotely, so I literally need to walk from the bed to the office slash where I'm sitting right now. Um, and yeah, it is pretty damn cool to be able to do that, and to have a job that I enjoy. And so I am not looking to make this monetized or grow so much in size. If anything, it's just like putting my voice out there in the internet, and it's a way to express myself and to have an output for all these thoughts that I have on a very regular basis, and reflections, um, learnings that I want to put out there, and then find people who are respectful and interested and curious and intelligent, and they want to discuss their own perspectives of these things, or relevant topics that I honestly find so many things interesting. It's hard to find something that I'm not interested in, which I can just tell you right off the bat. I do not care almost at all about celebrities or general sports. I really like the X Games and all the things that convey within the X Games. But other than that, I'm not into sports. I'm not into celebrities. I am really into chemistry in a hobby kind of way. Like, do not come and ask me for technical questions about pretty much any of this, but I love to dive deep into any specific topics that people like to talk about. I love to learn more about them, and like do my own research. I am really interested in quantum physics, not so much in Newtonian physics anymore, but quantum physics is a topic that I am really interested in. Um, in the economics is a big one. I studied economics in university, so that's definitely a big topic that I love to talk about. More than economics itself, psychonomy, which is the psychological aspects of economy, and where do people assign value, how and why do people assign value to certain objects that end up becoming monetary systems or currencies, and everything related to that. So yeah, I guess for now that's it, because it's already 8:30. I need to go out with my friends to play some pool. And for now, I'm logging out. Thank you so much for anyone who listened to this. There will be more coming. I am not gonna have any specific schedules for posting or anything like that, but if there's any kind of topic that you're interested in and you'd like to hear more about, or maybe discuss um, with me about, or just in general, any kind of comment that you have, except if it's gonna be talking shit, if you're just gonna be pooing out of your mouth into the comments, or out on your fingertips into the comments, probably just gonna ignore that. Which I know there's a lot of people which are very hurt in the world, and they hurt people, end up hurting people. So that's just a cycle that I want to help break other people from, because I just see it too often. Abuse and darkness that just surrounds the world in many ways, and there's also so much light, and so many people who are actually looking to create beauty out of the shit show that we're in. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say for this specific short video, which is at 15 minutes now. So anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, week, life. And if you're not, I hope that it turns into something more beautiful, and if not, at least copable. Or yeah, I hope that things turn out good for you. Wherever you are, whoever you are, you deserve love, you deserve happiness, you deserve to be heard, And yeah, that's it for now.